Hi Sunan, thank you so much for this opportunity. Hi all. In this video, we are going to see how I have resumed my career after 3.5 years of a big break. What are all the steps, what are all the measurements I have taken to resume back to IT in this team. Okay, so this is me and I'm Sindhuja working as a senior Scrum Master in Devon. Worked in Cognizant as a .NET developer as well as Scrum Master until 2018, and then I have resigned and I was in career break completely for 3.5 years from 2018 to 2021, and I joined back in Devon. Within a week, I got an opportunity in reorganization. Okay, so I started my search, job seeking, on August third week, end of the month. Okay, within a week, I got three opportunity at my hand. So I'm going to, after a big career break, I need to mention this. So I'm going to share my personal experience, how I made it. So in this video, we are going to see the complete picture. Before moving to this video, I would like to share a small story with you, which I always remember in all the circumstance. Okay, so the story begins here like this. There was a big organization, okay, massive organization we could say. In that organization, there is a opening for personal secretary for the CEO of that organization. Okay, so CEO, personal secretary. So that could be a difficult rounds might be there, right? So that like that, the organization has conducted a number of rounds and they have recruited one person. Final round is with CEO. So that person and CEO are getting mingling with each other. They had a quality discussion, so everything went well. CEO was okay to appoint that person. That person had one question, as usual, how we will ask our HR or the interview person at the end if there is any question. So that personal secretary asked the CEO how you became to this position. Okay, so the CEO didn't answer for this question. Instead, he requested him to join with him for his dinner. Okay, so he was so excited. There was a big organization. He was very happy as well, and he went to the CEO home. Okay, he went to his home, and CEO, that home was very beautiful. So many securities, and the CEO took him to his room via one steps. Okay, via a big steps. So that was a golden step. That personal secretary who was newly appointed was amazed of that golden step, and he just touched the railing and feel that how this golden steps are like that. So he was very wondered about the environment and the amphibian, how the room of the CEO, everything, and they came down to have their dinner. Then again, that personal secretary is asking to the CEO how you made this. Okay, that the home is very beautiful. That definitely it might be cost you around more than 5-10 crores. So how you made it? So the CEO went up again and asked the personal secretary to come to upstairs, but before you are stepping into every step, you have to read what are all the codes or what are all the lines under that steps. Okay, each and every step the personal secretary is going, he's reaching the top. The CEO was eagerly looking at the personal secretary. So the personal secretary just look have a good eye contact with the CEO. The personal secretary eyes was with full of tears. Okay, so what I'm about to say in this story is that if you're looking someone's success or someone in that good position, we won't think, many of us, not I'm not saying any most of the people or something else, many of us are not thinking how much difficult phase they have crossed, what are all the techniques they have taken, what are the measures they have taken, how tough their life, how tough the situation they have faced. So after all this only they have attained that position. That dedication, that effort, what they made to get this position matters. Okay, so the personal secretary literally cried a lot. Then only he got realized that how much effort, how much dedication the CEO made to get this stable position. Okay, so this is what we also need to learn. What where are we and what we need to do to get that kind of position or whatever our ambition or goal, our desire. Okay, okay, so this is a story I was about to share with you, and I'm very happy. Okay, moving on to the next slide. What is my first step for this career resuming? So think about it. After a career break in 2018, I was ideally simple. I haven't done anything. I was simply spending time at home. After one point, I got no. We need to jump in back, but I don't have that courage to get in because I'm just afraid how we can make it done. We got a career break. We may not able to step in after this big career break. Of course, maternity leave is something different, but this kind of career break is something different. I thought so. I really felt bad, and I don't know in which profession really shoots for me. Okay, because I was a good .NET developer. It doesn't mean that I didn't perform well in my .NET developer role, but I always had some kind of frustrations, or I was not so happy. But it doesn't, again I said, as I said, it doesn't mean that I'm not performing, I'm not delivering anything. I used to do everything, but the role, I was not about to learn so many things. I was not so curious to do something. Whatever the job I'm getting, I was simply doing it. That was the role of .NET developer for me. But I was in the learning phase only, but still that curiosity, that eagerness, those things were literally missing when I was in that profession. Okay, so after, if I want to resume back, do I need to step into a .NET developer or as a Scrum Master? For a Scrum Master, I just have a little experience only at that point. So I was just thinking, who will take us first after a break? What way we can prove us? I don't know. I really don't know how I'm going to do. How in what role will really shoots for me. I was in big confusion, so I started to think how we are going to resume our career. We need it, we really need it. So what shoots us, what we need to do for that? The first step what I did is I have started to think about it. Make the effort to understand you who you are and have the courage to just be yourself. Okay, so put some effort. One There is one quote. This is also a quote. Make the effort to understand who you are now. Have the courage to be just be yourself. Okay, everything can be Google, but we need to know who we are, and we need to understand what we have to do to make ourselves happy, to make ourselves peaceful. Those things alone, we need to put some effort, and we need to learn what we really need, what really makes us happy. Those things we need to really very sure of that. Okay, so put that effort to understand yourself first. So I did this first. So which role shoots for us? I strongly felt that when I was in school as well, I was a orator. So I strongly felt that the Scrum Master role will shoot very well compared to my .NET developer role. Of course, I think that technical profession only having more openings, we can step into that very easily. But of course, we have to clear the technical rounds. But I was not sure whether I can able to crack it or not. So then I thought, okay, Scrum Master role as well, it's difficult. Okay, it's not so easy, but still I felt I had that ability to make it done. Okay, so I just had a quite good thoughts on my I just kept so many thoughts on myself. I posted so many questions to me at first, which where you are, what shoots for you, those questions I have posted, and I got the courage. Okay, we will try to switch, not switching, we will try to continue as a Scrum Master. Okay, and moving to the next slide. Google about it to get more idea and what is in trend now. Okay, so after I had this thought, okay, we can continue our career as a Scrum Master. I have started to Google it. What is the position of Scrum Master? Because as I said, at first after my career break, I was simply doing house chores and I was taking care of my baby and family. That's it. I haven't put any effort, anything else at first. Okay, I have started to Google it. What is in trend? What are all the frameworks? Or what are all the things which is coming up in the industry now? Do it with most patient, more patient. We need it. Okay, how curious we are. That really matters. Okay, so that curiosity, I have started to search. What is the salary? What is the roles now we have? What are all the trend? Those things I have started to Google it. And I got some kind of overview. Okay, after a break, I felt some kind of overview is good, so I got some overview. Then again, I sorted down. I jotted all the points. Then Now, have some quality discussion with your well-wishers. I definitely say I still remember I was in that kind of confusion whether I have to go to a .NET developer again or else a Scrum Master. I was thinking it, I have Googled it and I got some kind of solution, but still I want to hear from my well-wishers who really wants me to succeed. Okay. So I had a connect with one of my colleague who was in Cognizant. Right now he has been moved. His name is Tangavelu. I had a connect as he said, G, no. For you, I strongly prefer Scrum Master role is well for you compared to a .NET developer. You had that ability. He strongly convinced me, try to do something on this area, try to learn more things on this area. Like this, I have connected a couple of well-wishers for me who I think they may provide some quality and good suggestion. So I had a quality time with them and I had a discussion with them how I can enhance my skill and how in which area, which path, which zone I can get into. So discussion is an exchange of knowledge, an argument exchange of ignorance. Of course, I definitely agree. I concur. There is a number of ignorance was there at that point for me. They shed some light on me. Okay, they shed some light on this professions because they were in the industry, so they shed some light to me, and I had a connect with many of them, many of my well wishers. I concluded that okay, so as what I decided, they also said that this profession shoots very well for me since you're good going, people friendly, so that you can switch over this. Okay, so I I was very strong. Okay, we can go on this path. Okay, so moving to the next slide, you decide. Now, first you thought what is very well shoots for me, and you had a good connect with you googled it and you had some overview now. Then I had a very well quite good discussion with my well wishers. Now I get some conclusion. Right now it's my turn, the ball is in my court. I have to think more and more. I think it twice very well which profession really shoots for me, which gives pay for me. Pay is something different. Of course, right now if I see some hundreds of Scrum Masters opening, .NET developer is some around 200 300 openings only. That is quite it is always in market. Technical persons, uh, technical openings will be there. They will get more on-site opportunities like that. A number of things are there still, but still that Scrum Master role brings some happiness to me, brings something to me, some curiosity, some learning. I was whenever even in my day-to-day profession, when I'm doing some Scrum facilitation, Scrum events, those things, I feel some kind of happiness, some kind of peaceful, some some joyful, some pleasure I'm having. So I was very strong on that decision. So you cannot make progress without taking any decision. I'm a big book lover, as I said already. Right now, I'm reading one book, Awaken the Giant Within You. Okay, that was a book written by Anthony Robbins. Okay, so in that book, there was one big chapter, how decision matters, how decision change our life. There was a big chapter. I never read about a decision or something else in any other books, but Tony Robbins gives some special preference how a decision will shows the personality, the human's personality, and how we have to decide why it is very important. Those things that was a good discussion in his book, Awaken the Giant Within, Tony Robbins book. Okay, so I think it twice and I got to the decision. Okay, Scrum Master will be the best role for me. Okay, so what I did next, start. Once I decided, I have started to prepare like anything. I used to wake up by 5 o'clock. Even I was in US, right? So even the weather is very cold or very hot, very snowy, whatever it may be, I had that practice. You won't believe me. I had a book like this. Okay, this book, the same black color note I was having. I I took the notes by my hand. Okay, I wrote it down. I can able to take printout. I can save it in Google Drive or something else, right? But I want to be uh, I have to get that feelings with that material or with that profession, with that with that materials, everything. Okay, I felt that we need to get some love with that. So I started to write write down all these Scrum Masters questions or different experiences. Like that, I have started to prepare. I did it very dedicatedly and religiously. I prepared for it. Okay. Apart from that, I went through so many blogs as well, but that handwritten notes helped me a lot. It directly registered into my mind, and I felt it from my inner heart. That means brain alone didn't work for me, heart as well work together. That's what I was about to share here. And also one thing I what strongly I felt is that no pain no gain. I usually insist this point to my girl: without any effort don't expect anything. There is one beautiful phrase in English is there is no such a thing called free lunch. Okay, there is nothing so called free. You have to put some effort. After that only you can reap something. Whatever it may be, whatever it may be, even for love, we have to show love first, then only we can get that love back. Okay, we have to show that care first, then only we will get that care back. So no pain no gain, we have to invest something before getting. If suppose we can say government is providing so many free things, no, absolutely not. Everyone knows, right? We are paying tax. From that tax only we are getting benefit, or we are getting that free things from the government. Not only on India, I didn't mention India. Every government is having some kind of rules and something else, but it's coming from us only. Okay, but first we have to provide something. We have to invest something. As I said earlier in my story, that CEO went through so many tough phases, so many tough scenarios. After that only he got that position. It's not just like that in the snapping time. Okay, everyone have to put some quality effort and time. Okay. Okay, so start to prepare for it, dedicate it in religiously. This dedication will come if your decision are very clear. If your decision is very clear, this dedication will automatically come to you. Okay, if you decide, we can do it. Moving to the next slide. Be obsessively curious to study, learn more about it. Buy at least one good book, if permits. To be honest, I never bought any Scrum books related to Scrum or Agile, anything else. But so many self-help books like this. See, as a man thinketh, Secret Success. As I said, Awaken the Giant Within. A number of books I do have. Of course, I used to be off, down most of the time. What I did is I started to hear so many motivational stories. That career break really depressed me a lot. At one point I was in big depression because of this career break. So I don't know how to resume from that depression at first, even I could say. So I don't know. So I started to hear this kind of motivational stories, because when I thought how to be back to this career, I don't have any clues, I don't have any idea. I have started from zero, I could say. I was in big depression, um, due to some situations. Okay, everyone will face this kind of situation, right? That same way I did have. And this kind of audio book stories and motivational stories. And I used to write the good points, whatever I feel, which motivates me whenever I'm feeling very down. Sometime I may feel that this point is not so clear. Even when I'm studying something, I may not be I may not be very active on that. It felt very bored. I may lose interest. That time I used to have go through this kind of thing. I used to read the beautiful quotes. I do have some book writers as a follower. Like I used to follow them. So I used to write this kind of things. And I when I feel down, I just go through this all the things, and I will boost up myself based on this one. Okay, so this kind of thing always will in my wall. Okay, when you write down by your hand like this, you feel some changes on you. I really felt that change because I was not a special. As usual, like everyone, I was very average only. But these kind of things made some huge difference to me. This kind of book reading and writing down these quotes, motivational quotes, and went through the life story of so many persons like Helen Keller, Bruce Lee, like this. Okay, Tony Robbins, as I say, as you want to say, Elon Musk, like this. I went through real people lifetime story, how they went to this position, what are all the sacrifice they did. So these things really made my life. Really, for this past 1.5 years, that was a drastic change in my life. after I have finished my graduation, I was regular girl who used to go office. They will pay something. I will get stuffs. I will eat. That's it. Nothing. I was not so curious on anything. I will just simply do some shopping. Will eat nicely. Simply sleep. That's it. Okay. Got married as usual. Okay. But never had any different things, different stuffs. But nowadays, these things has got changed a lot to me. Why? Because after I have started to reading these books, this kind of motivational stories, successful people stories, different thinking stories, those things really made my day. So, in the special quote, I have no special talents. I'm only passionately curious. I don't think that I said this quote. It was said by Albert Einstein. The same was said by even Swami this one, Ramanujar and Mary Curie. That in Tamil we do have one book. Even I haven't read that book, but I heard the audio story. Manam ennum Maya Devade. Okay, that was a wonderful book. It really shows how our brain and heart work if you're really passionate, if you're really curious. Okay, many of the things Ramanuja doesn't know how he made this calculation, how he got this solution. But what for all this reply, for all the questions, his reply is that I'm not so brilliant, but I was very curious. I'm very curious, so I got this. This is the only reply he Ramanuja used to say the same thing. Even Albert Einstein shared. Even one real incident I wish to share here is that Madame Curie was deriving a calculation. Okay, she sorry, not he. She didn't get the desired answer. She tried. It was very late night. She got tired and she went to sleep. Okay, but the next day morning when she woke up, there was a surprise for her. The surprise is that that solution has got derived, that the derivation was done, and she got the desired solution. She was wondered. She don't know how she got this. She went through all these things, but she doesn't have any clue. But the only clue what she was having at that point was that it was her handwriting. She was. It's a real incident. I'm not framing anything. I'm not imagine. I don't have any imagination on this. So the only thing is that it's her handwriting. Okay, she was wondered how we made that. So she put utmost effort on her for this work, and this universe helped. So this is what she said. I don't have any special talents, but I was very curious to get it done. So the universe helped in sleep. She woke up and she did it. Okay, in Manamennu Maya Devade book that was written by Prabhu. In that book also, he clearly determines how the universe will help if you are obsessively curious. That's what obsessively curious. If you are obsessively curious, universe will help. There are some waves will help us. I really felt this. I really felt this in my career journey on this past 1 year. People who and all I'd never know pitched in, they helped me and they went away. So this kind of incidents I really faced. Okay. So try this in your life as well. Definitely you will get it. And moving on to the next slide, YouTube blogs. So what the next step I did is that I went through a number of YouTube channels, blogs. Say for example, our career stock channels by Sunan Sharma. Yeah, even if you search Scrum Masters, this channel will get pop up at first, right? So similar way I got benefited from this YouTube channel. I really need to share this at this point. We many time we may forgot to thank people who really helped me indirectly, like this only Sunan's video and so many blogs helped me a lot. I We need to thank them. They are not helping us directly. They are not helping us to uh, uh, go through the interview, or they are not providing any job opportunities for us. But without them, we are not able to crack this. With this YouTube, this blogs or a big helpers nowadays for us, I believe. So there is another one quote is called, "A man who asks us is a fool for 5 minutes. A man who never asks is a fool for life." Of course, in my early days, I never ask question. Whatever they say, even though I was not aware, I was so silent and I will do. But nowadays, I'm not at all hesitating to ask even a stupid question. Even it may be a stupid question, even they might have answered it already, but I want to know it why. why, who, what. Those answers I want nowadays. People may think I may ask some stupid questions or something else, something silly, but I don't care of it nowadays. I have started to ask questions. Why we need to do this? What is this? Even I ask my girl even what is this? How we have to. My compared to me, my daughter's English is so good. So whenever I am stuck somewhere else, I went to her and I will check with her how we should call it, how we should pronounce it. Like that, I always have a connect with her. So don't hesitate to um, open a question. So don't hesitate to ask. If you're having any doubt, even could be a silly, you just post. No harms in that, right? Who is going to ask that? Who is going to come and say in front of our eyes that what a silly question you asked? No one has that courage to say in front of our eyes, front of our face. So post your question. What they may think. They may think for 5 minutes or next 10 minutes, right? That's it. But what we need, we got the answer. So just pose a question simply. Don't think. Who knows? Many stupid questions one day became a million projects or billion projects like. So right. So in that way, our question or our opinion, our thinking might have been a big project or a big value. So always post some questions. I did this. And moving to the next slide. I have joined couple of WhatsApp groups, Facebook LinkedIn groups, okay, like Sunan's group, WhatsApp group, and Facebook group. Like that, I have joined couple of WhatsApp group, Facebook group, only to enhance my skill. That point really matters. That is only to enhance my skill, not to get distracted. There is a famous quote called "distracted by distraction." Actually, this was not written at this century. Some 400, 500 years back, even more than that, some writer, I think Eliot, I think, that writer shared, quoted this one, distracted by distraction. That time there was no technology, nothing else. But what it really means is that I want to ensure that I have joined couple of WhatsApp group, Facebook group, but I muted the conversation or whatever it may be which really doesn't bring any value or which really distract my time, which ruins my time, distracting my concentration. Those things I muted. So I strongly suggest if some things which really doesn't want for you, please go ahead and mute it. Don't waste your time. Your time is very precious. We cannot get it back, right? So I did this. I simply mute. I don't bother. And also, it's their wish, their opinion, what they are sharing, what they are doing. We cannot opine for that. But if that doesn't want, we don't want that, we can simply mute that to save our time, our energy, and our efficiency. This really matters for us. So to this simply, and you are what you share. This is also one good thing. People will determine what you are sharing. So whatever it may be, share it wisely. If all the time if you're sharing some silly jokes or something else, even if you're sharing some important really urgent thing, people won't read it or won't think of it. They might have think it might be something else, some some unwanted stuff or something like that. Okay, so make sure whatever you are sharing, that will bring some respect to you, that will bring some honor to you. Okay, so before sharing something else, uh, think twice whether it will provide some value, whether it will motivate someone else, or else it's just an entertainment thing. So it's up to you again. It's my opinion what I'm sharing on to you here. Okay, so this groups really benefited a lot to me by posting a number of questions and answering those questions. That really benefited a lot to me. And try to answer all the questions posted by the group members, because I was in a career break, right? So after I joined in this kind of WhatsApp groups or Facebook groups, people whoever asked questions, I have started to answer. Even n number of questions I was not aware. I forgot so many calculations, even how to calculate velocity, how to calculate capacity planning. Those things I forgot. Okay, so what I did is that even I don't know, I googled it. I googled it and I answered to them. Really, I don't know whether my answer satisfied them or not. That doesn't matter for me, but I answered. You know what impact it created? It brings the respect to me, and people have started to ping me individually and asked, can you please answer for this question? Can you share your views on this question? Like that, I got some kind of respect. I got some recognition, I could say. Okay. I was totally out of industry. I don't know anyone. Via social media, I found so many people and I joined WhatsApp group, Facebook group, like that. By answering these kind of thing, I got a personal connect with a number of people. Still they are in touch with me, Scrum Masters. Okay, especially I could say I got so many personally touch with so many Scrum Masters. So this answers brought some respect and recognition among all. So this way, whether you are getting any learning or not, you will get some good contacts who really help you. That really I benefited from this way. I tried to answer. I spent some quality time to Google it and I learned it, and I rephrased the answer and I posted it in the groups, WhatsApp group, Facebook group, whatever it may be. I tried to answer and I was very eager to know their opinions as well. Whenever I posted some answer, I used to say share your opinions as well. I would like to hear from you as well. Like that I used to post. So people will start to opine their ideas, things as well. Whether it is you could have answered like this. So that feedback, that retro, that inspection and adaptation, I learned from these groups. Okay, if it is important to you, you will find a way. If you really want to be want to resume your career back, you will find a way. Definitely will find a way. I'm the only role model for this. I said, right, I was in a big depression. After that, I resuming my career within a week. I started to search. So this is way. If you want it, you will find a way. Otherwise, we always find an excuses. So this is my again, it's my personal opinion. Moving to the next slide. Meetup. Yes. So I have started to attend so many sessions like Toastmasters Club, and in our career talk, Sunand organized a number of sessions those days. Nowadays also he is organizing those meetup. I was started to attend actively, though the time won't get matched. Some sessions might be in early morning 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock for me. But I attend. I woke up and I attend. I try to mingle with the people, mingle with the Scrum Masters, mingle with the Agile coach. So I attend that session. To my surprise, actually one session which was conducted by Sunand, I really thinking those scenarios and those days now in my career at present. Okay, that was a session that was a kind of not a Scrum related session. That was a mind related some session. One lady hosted that one. Amazing session. In that, there was one guy. He is my friend now in Devon. He saw it there, it seems. When I had a discussion with him some few days back, he said that you posted this question in that session, right? Sunan Sharma's organized one session. In that, I asked him, how do you know? Yes, I was part of that session. How do you know me? How do you know? Yeah, I noticed your question there. So I don't know that guy even, and now he's my friend. I feel he's my friend. So now only I got to know him. But that session, that question, what I posted to him, he remembered me. That point at that time, I don't know whether which organization I will join in future, those things and all. But it created some bond now. I became a friend to him. So like that, some kind of connections you can develop via this meetup session, and also personally that meetup session gave some insights to me, like how you suffered. You have to make that sufferness and that depression or that deprive to be a successful, to be how to be successful after that depression. That was a session like that only. So I posted some questions, like that way I had a good connections as well. After I joined Devon, I found one friend stated that you have attended that session. I saw you there. That was answer for you. Like that, we had a discussion. So this kind of meetup will really helps you. Don't know in future in which organization we will be, in with whom we will be, but this kind of meetup will make us. Okay, so try to attend more public forum sessions. And another one insight what I got is that I said, right, I have started to posted answers for the questions shared by the group members. In that way I got some personal connects. In that personal connects, one of my friend, his name is Balram. He's a super senior Scrum Master now, and he suggested me to attend Toastmaster sessions and all to make your leadership skill. Okay, you have to develop your leadership skill. You have to develop your people management skill. Those things he suggested me. I have started to attend that sessions as well. I have started to attend two sessions in USA. One is with Portland Toastmasters Club, and another one is with Highway Florida Toastmasters Club. Those two sessions I have attended. So that kind of insights, that kind of guidance you will get when you eagerly participate in this kind of sessions, in this kind of public forum sessions, that really helped me a lot. Okay, so there is one quote called, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who had practiced a kick for 10,000 times. Okay, this is extremely opposite, right? These two sentence, one is on the south, one is on the north. I hope you guessed whose quote is this. Of course, it's Bruce Lee's quote. Though we are having a good skill in leadership skill or as Scrum Masters or something in say for some practices, try to practice more as you can. Okay, what Bruce Lee literally saying here is that some maybe no 10,000 kicks, but I don't bother about that. But I used to bother the person who practiced a kick for 10,000 times. That is correct, right? If you are practicing Scrum or say for example Safe, try to practice more and more in that. Okay, try to attend more meetup, try to attend more seminars, more sessions like that, public sessions. So this will really provide you some good knowledge and good guidance, good insights, good tools. Even after I joined Devon organized one Scrum Bangalore meetup. I joined in that session. So in that session, I learned so many things. What are all the effective tools for this virtual communication, for this virtual work nowadays. So like this, whenever you get a chance, go ahead and attend some sessions that really provide some value to you and your profile. Okay, so moving to the next slide. So keep touch with your industry. Interact more with people already who are in the field. Actually, when I was in a .NET developer, I haven't done this. I will just go my team, my project, that's it. My work, my food, that's it. Okay, but when I started to search for for Scrum Master role or resume my career as a Scrum Master role, I started to touch with industry. Even that in US as well, I did some volunteering work and also so many volunteering work. I have taken classes for the kids, and I did some freelancing works, those things and all I did. I have started to touch more with the Scrum industry. Okay, Scrum people who is working in the Scrum industry, and because I need to know, I need to learn to get back. So these things I did really. Okay, so live as if you were die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. So this was a famous quote by Mahatma Gandhi, as you all know. And until our soul rest in peace, our learning only will be with us. Not we cannot assure that relationship or finance or health something will be with us until we die. But our learning, what we are learning today and what we are learning now, that will be with us until we die. So learn like you want to live forever. Learn very curiously, learn it daily. Have some goal. Today I will learn at least one sentence. I will learn something new in Scrum, something new in Agile. That curiosity, that eagerness, that needs to be with us. Okay, so try to be more touch with your industry. If you want to resume your career, be with the people who's really working as a Scrum Master. If you want to become a Scrum Master, or if you want to become a product owner, try to be mingle with them more, interact with them more. You will get some idea, you will get some knowledge for sure. Okay, moving to the next slide. Of course, I did PSM1. Some weightage to your profile to get shortlisted or to bring up a top. Okay, it means I cannot say that this PSM1 or some certification, not only PSM1, so some certification will provide a good knowledge. Of course, experience matters, and how curious we are, that definitely matters. But still, I did PSM1. But to be honest, why I did PSM1 is that I checked which certification to do to sort out my profile. I sorted out PSM1 and CSM. CSM was too costly compared to PSM1. But PSM1 needs more effort to crack it. CSM1 is needs some little effort to crack it, but the price is very high. Afraid of that price only, I did PSM1. I was okay to put effort instead of money, so I put some effort on PSM1. Of course, dedicatedly I put it. As I said already, I woke up very early in the morning. I used to wake up very early in the morning, so I wake up very early in the morning, and I prepared a lot. Tried so much of test practices like that. I did so many things, and don't decrease the goal, increase the effort. Okay, try to increase your effort if you want to achieve something. Okay, if you're very passionate, your dreams are very big, try to go ahead for it. If you There is one popular quote by Wipros even. If someone hears your quote, Asim Premji, okay, this was a quote by Asim Premji. If someone hears your dream or your ambition, they must laugh at first. Okay. Will you believe if I say I will be a CEO or I will be the richest person soon in the world? No, right? You will laugh, right? Yeah, I want it. I actually want it. So, if you're sharing your passion, your dream to someone else, they must laugh. Okay. So only you chose a big dream. Otherwise, it's very simple. If you say, I will do PSM too, people, so many did, right? What is uniqueness? What uniqueness we are going to bring? What is more than that? What we are going to do? That matters. Okay. And to add this, recently I saw one open advertisement by Zoho. They said that we don't want any certification, we don't want any experience, we don't want any qualification like you need to finish this graduation or that graduation. We don't want that and all. If you're very curious, if you're obsessively curious, we are okay to recruit you. Recently I found this in Zoho site. So people are like this only. If you want to be in, you need to be very curious. You should be open to learn so many things. You need to you need to extend your support, or you extend your help towards others or towards team or towards your learning. So that really matters. The certification and this is one way to shortlist our resume, to bring up our resume top. Okay, of course, I cannot neglect that professional PSM1 certification didn't provide any value to me. I learned good things. Scrum Guide, I thoroughly only because of this professional Scrum Master 1 certification. Without this, I, I don't think I will be mastered in that Scrum Guide. Now I'm good at the Scrum Guide. So this made some value. Of course, I cannot deny that, but still, that curiosity, that learning curve, that matters. Okay, so always try to put some effort. No pain, no gain. Okay, so moving on to the next slide. Start to build networks via LinkedIn or whatever it may be. Uh, I'm not hesitating to share this with you here. When I thought to resume my career, I went and checked my LinkedIn profile. I have created this LinkedIn profile in 2010, it seems. After 2010, uh, this August 2021 August only, I gave my interview. 2010, when I was in my college, I did interview. I cracked a cognizant interview and I joined. I was there for my complete career. After this 20 years, 10 years, 11 years only, I'm just attending the interview, real time scenario interview just now. You know, right? College interview, it was completely different. They were asked questions regarding my technical core stuff and my books. That's it. But this real interview I did 2021 August only. Within a week, I cracked 3 interviews, somewhere in pipeline as well. So when I was about to do this, I opened my LinkedIn. It was created in 2010. Probably the solid context might be 10. Okay. I don't know how to improve this even. I don't know how this LinkedIn profile will work. What are all the options are there? Uh, how we can effectively use it? No. Then and there, I just went it, but not very actively. I didn't build any contacts. Not much contact for me that time. I have started to build my networks. I have started voluntarily those days, last year, July, August, September, those days, not September, last year beginning onwards. I have started to create networks via LinkedIn. Okay, I went more to this. But to be honest, nowadays I'm getting reversed. But when I started this, I voluntarily went and send request to the people who uh, that might be wrong in sometimes, who doesn't know me. I send request because only reason they are Scrum Master. That's it. I want to learn something from them. So that is the only reason, and I want to be in field again. So that is one reason I strongly say that. So I have started to build my networks via LinkedIn. And I got a good number of contacts, connections. People has helped me via LinkedIn. Helped in the sense they share their knowledge. This way you have to answer. This is the thing you have to, like that. They communicated. They corrected me. They shared feedbacks. Like this, they did so many things. So many helps I got from this LinkedIn or this kind of career building. So if opportunities doesn't knock, build a door first. That's what I did. Okay. I haven't get any opportunities before that. I have built a door at first. I have created a number of LinkedIn contacts, and as I said already, jumped into many WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, and I did some freelancing work. But that freelancing work is not absolutely the Scrum Master work, half and half, that kind of work. And I did coaching work when I was in US as a volunteering work. That is a volunteering work. I did some kind of coaching and all. Those things helped me a lot, definitely. So if you are in a career break, it doesn't mean that we need to do house calls only. Do some kind of coaching work, okay, mentoring work. I did those things for as a volunteer. Okay, that experience really helped me a lot. And the Toastmasters, I connected with more US people that time. So that their language, some kind of thing helped me on that leadership skills. Those things that helped me. So at first I built a door, then opportunities have started to knock. Okay, so build a door first. And moving to the next slide, resume. Yeah, everyone simply will ask some resume to someone else, but we don't know how much pain they went when they are creating their unique. It's their imagination. We cannot stole their imaginations or something else. We can ask them for the guidelines or something else. Okay. Even Sunan shared some couple of resumes to me. That time I was not. He was not showing me. I know him. He doesn't know me, but when I asked, immediately he shared with me. He doesn't think that who's a girl, why should we have to share, whether she's a subscriber of a channel or something else. He doesn't think of that. He shared with me like that. I said, right, if you're very curious on something, people will automatically help us. This universe will give you some help or some guidance, some way to us. I really felt that one, like how Shunan shared some couple of resumes, like that. One person, he's my friend now. He stepped in voluntarily. I don't know who's he at that point. Okay, he stepped in voluntarily. He worked with me for 3 days, every day, daily. His night time, my early morning time, we connected. He worked on with my resume, and he provided some quality guidance. You need to, he's very experienced guy. As I said, I don't know who's he. I felt that this universe, this earth sent this person to me. His name is Balram, I need to mention. So I was not so good at resume preparation and all. I have to agree on this one. So he helped me on this. He corrected my mistakes, and he showed me this is how the quality resumes should be. So only your resumes will get shortlisted. I spent some quality time for this. I need to say this here. You have to spend some good time. You have to allocate some time for your resume before you start your journey. Okay, I did this. I made my resume for, I worked with this for 1 week with him. Okay, so like this, you need to be very cautious when you're preparing something. If you're asking resumes to someone else as well, we have to put our imagination as well. We shouldn't copy paste as it is from them. So that way we shouldn't hurt others as well. We should be very cautious, keen on that as well. Okay. So the meeting of preparation with opportunity generates the offspring we call luck. We shouldn't say that okay, because of luck only they got this position, because of luck only they are in that place. No, that is not the, they did some effort. They have generated that. Okay, so that kind of thing we need to generate. Okay, moving to the next slide. Give interviews. That's okay. Try to stretch yourself. Go ahead and give interviews. Uh, two of my interviews has been scheduled for at morning 5 a.m. First interview it was 5 a.m. It was scheduled at 1 hour. Okay, But within half an hour, the interview has got over. I know I what the answer I did was so not so correct, and I haven't made that. That was my first interview. As I said already, I did interview when I was in my college final year. I cracked a cognizant interview. Then I jumped in. I was very comfortable in cognizant, and so I was not about to shift my career or something else. And another one thing, if you want to be unique, get out of your comfort zone. That is an important thing we always need to keep in our mind. If you want something differently, or if you want to achieve something, you want to go somewhere else, get out of your comfort zone. I stayed in cognizant. I never blamed my organization. In my previous organization, they did so much of help, so many things, but that was very comfort. So that's what I was not about to learn anything. I was not so curious on something else at that time. Nowadays only I'm eagerly looking into everything, how it works, how, why, like that. I'm so looking for it. So the interview, half an hour itself, the interview was over. As usual, like I asked him what was the feedback. He said that you will get from HR. And after that, I said to him, okay, why? Because tomorrow morning, 4:30 a.m., I'm having one interview. He said, oh my God, you are having interview at 4:30 a.m. Then I will provide my feedback right away. You have to improve in these areas. Of course, I understand after 300 of years of career break, you might have not having this, you might have forget what you did early as a scrum master. Forget in the sense some calculations, right? I missed that calculations and all. That was my first feedback after that first interview. So he provided some guidance and he shared some materials as well. So I need to thank him. I need to remember those people who helped me in this journey, who I never met before, who I don't know at all. Okay. Even I don't know which place they are from, nothing, but they helped me in some way. So he shared some material. He asked me to prepare so many guidance he provided, just that 1 hour, within an hour. After that, I don't know. I haven't get any contacts or anything else because he is an interviewer, right? So try to stretch yourself. That's okay. Try to give a number of interviews, how to get more experience, to get know about you, those things. Okay. The question is not who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. Okay. It doesn't mean who is going to recruit us, but you should be very clear. No one can stop me. I did. No one can stop me. I endeavor for it to make it done. Okay. In Tamil, there is one good proverb, not in Tamil, in Tirukkural, தெய்வத்தால் ஆகாதெனினும் முயற்சித்தன் மெய் வருத்த கூலி தரும். Excellent Tirukkural. I always remember that. It means even if God doesn't support you, your endeavor, okay, the effort, what you placed for that will definitely help you. Even if God may let you at some point, may leave you at some point, okay, and மெய் வருத்த கூலி தரும். It means if you work hard by suffering your body, suffering your mind, like that, definitely you will get that reward. You get that award for sure. So you remember that God may leave us sometime, but that is not a thing. God may leave, but our effort won't leave us. Our learning won't leave us. So be ambitious on that. Be curious on that. Okay, no one can stop us if you are very sure. That point I was very clear. So I feel I got that opportunity. So expect failures, fast fail, use agile here. As I said, no, I in my first interview I failed. That's what after a long break, 10 or 11 years, I gave one interview. In my first interview, I failed. But I didn't worry for it because that failure only gives some learning, right? He shared so many materials to me and he taught the questions, what and all he posted to me. He taught this way you should answer to this question. This way this question should be answered, should be satisfied, like that he taught. So that failures provide some learning, some value to me. So fast fail, try to fail faster. So I failed in first interview and I cracked it in my second interview. I'm very happy on that as well. It is not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. Okay. Yes, not only as so many people, if they are in successful position, at first they may saw so many failures, but how fast they are getting up again. That really plays a major role in everyone's life, I think. If you're winning all the times, we won't learn anything newly. Okay, so don't try to win all the times. This was a quote by Jim Rohn, I think. The phrases that sentence alignment might be wrong, but this was a quote by Jim Rohn. If you try to win all the time, we cannot learn anything. In my first failure, I learned something. He shared some quality materials to me. So try to learn more from that, from your failures, and get up very fast. Don't stay there. Get up very fast. Get up and run. Start to run. That really matters. Okay. So do subscribe to Sunan's channel. And thank you so much, Sunan, for this opportunity once again. And I want to say at last this: your energy determines before you speak. Okay, be energetic. Scrum Master really needs this thing. Be energetic. Be energetic. You can play as a role model for your team like this way. Okay, so all the very best for your career as well. It's nothing. That's what we. No one can stop us. No one can stop us if you are very curious on it. So try as much as you can, put some effort. Definitely you can crack it. If I'm, why can't you? If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, then you can't. Either way, you are correct. Okay. This quote was not by me. This was by Norman Vincent. Okay. There is a book. You can if you think you can. That is a book, a wonderful book. If time permits, please get that book and try to read that book. So either way, you are correct. If you think you can, definitely you can make it. If you think no, this work can't be myself or something, if you think like that, either way you are correct. Your mind will automatically said that no, we cannot able to make this. Okay, if you think you can, definitely the path, the way, this universe or your mind will observe it, will bring it. Okay, so try to do like this. Thank you so much and all the best for your career. Thank you.